Yo, what's up, MrPantaloons here. Let's clear TW-EX-8 challenge mode with low rarity and SilverAsh. Now, for this particular challenge, since it requires you to have a max of 10 operators and we are using a SilverAsh friend, we do need to bring an E2 operator of our own. So for that purpose, we're going to bring an E2 Vanguard, namely Texas. Let's do this and see how this goes. Alright, so we're going to start off with our E2 Vanguard. That should make things easy for us. We do have Vigna as well, but since we have E2 Texas, probably Vigna, she's not going to need to do too much work there. Alright, we have Susuro for the heals, then we have Gravel to charge the gramophone. Vigna, she does charge the gramophone with Texas. We're going to bring in SilverAsh up top. Then we have Orchid for the those boomers. Oh man, those boomers are the real pain in the stage. Okay, we have some healers, or rather one healer. We're gonna take out Vigna. We bring in our Ethan, pop that Texas skill, and bring in our healer Gaviel. The order is pretty important here. Okay, the gramophone is charged. We can take out Gravel, and we want to take out the Vanguard and bring in Durin here and try and redirect some of the damage from Gaviel onto Durin. Okay, we're gonna get the SilverAsh skill there just as the two cloaked guys come in. Can do it even earlier, and I kind of like doing it earlier, because we will need to have the skill later on. We do have a May in there for some crown control later on. And here comes the first boomer. We have Gravel, and we need to do this correctly. This one, yeah, we don't need to stay too much in there. We did manage to push him to the left, so that should be fairly easy to do. Okay, Vigna is up, but I don't think we need her currently. All the gramophones are charged, and she does not need to really do anything here. I guess we could help Durin, or Durnar rather, but we are gonna use Durnar's skill here, so that will make short work out of those guys. Right, so we have an extra or another boomer coming in, Gravel. And the main thing here is learning, and we're too late on the Gravel drop there. But fortunately this is just the second boomer, so it doesn't really matter. However, from the next boomer, doing the proper deployment with Gravel is going to be quite important. So we gotta make sure to not miss those pushes there. Okay, so Durnar, we need to take her out of there after she uses her skill to clear some of those mobs, and bring in Texas, because we do have the boss coming in later, and we'll need to take out Texas or she'll get one shot by the boss, and that means that we're gonna have Durnar in our pocket to replace her once that happens. Okay, red boomer, here it comes. We need to not miss this. Okay, I'm gonna get that cheeky Texas skill, and we're gonna delay a lot there. I feel like we did it like perfect timing there, and look at that. He got destroyed. Right. So we have May. We're not gonna do anything right now. She's just gonna take some pot shots at the boss. That is fine. And here he comes. So here it's here is the SilverAsh skill, and this is why you want to use a little bit earlier if possible. If not, this should be fine, because look at that. That was actually pretty good timing. Almost really good there. Okay. Red boomer, Gravel, don't miss this. Boom, push him to the left. Easy. Orchid, she has skill. We can use it if we need to, and we might just do that here. So Gravel, she is gonna take a lot of damage, and the red boomer is pretty healthy, so we are gonna use that skill to try and get one extra shot in there, or some extra damage. Okay, so the boss stole the gramophone. Boom, we brought Vigna in to start charging. We kept the Texas in there for a little while to charge up as well, and then once the boss spikes the boom, Durnar, we have 3 operators charging the gramophone. This should be good. Boom, another gramophone goes down. We're gonna trigger May here to try and stun the boss a little bit. He got stunned once. And then we do have Gravel and Vigna. The gramophone has been capped. We don't need Vigna there anymore, at least not right now. So we're gonna take her out to have her for later. Okay, the red boomer, he is the main problem. Gravel, don't miss the intercept here. Boom, push to the left. Orchid, she does not have the skill, so this is gonna be very important here. And that should be enough. And even if it isn't, they did steal 1 gramophone there, so even if he explodes there, it's fine, because we're not gonna cap that gramophone anymore anyway. Okay, so he explodes out of range. Beautiful. Texas to help charge the gramophone that the boss just stole. And we're gonna use Gravel. As soon as we see 2 gramophones shooting the boss, boom, we can deploy Gravel. Although Orchid is not shooting here. However, we can use Orchid for the red boomer. Get a 1 extra shot or something. Probably not that important, but tried it anyway. Alright, let's get that Texas skill. So May here, we could have probably stunned that guy up top. But we are concentrated on the boss. We want to take the boss out as fast as possible. And another gravel drop there, and boom, down he goes. So May, she didn't get to use her skill, but that is fine. We should probably just take her out now, because she's gonna go down to the gramophone. Okay, so Texas goes down to the red boomer, and here we're gonna need Durnar and Susuro to hold the line. We do have Vigna, we have Gravel, and we're gonna need to intercept that 1 cloak dude and let the boomer out. The timing here needs to be impeccable. So we see the health bar of the red boomer. It needs to be even lower than that, possibly. It's really hard. Look at that. He has a sliver of health, and then boom, he gets healed before the gramophone one-shots him. So we need to do an intercept with Gravel, and we intercept the cloak dude with Vigna, but then the boomer goes down and Vigna goes down anyway, and we forgot to trigger SilverAsh skill there. I think that was our main problem there, but we did take out the top cloak dudes, so at least we have that going for us, which means there's only 1 guy left. And since we have Gravel and we are at 99 DP, this shouldn't really be a problem. We're just gonna push with Gravel, and then we have plenty of time to redeploy some operators here. Texas is going to be coming in soon. We also have May. Now I am just going to drop Texas in there to try and charge the stun. And then we have May. And yeah, just for... it's not going to be doing much, but you can still use her at least. Boom, she goes down. Alright, so we're gonna wait for Gravel once again, and here we're gonna be able to do some more, because we have Durnar coming back. We're gonna have our healers coming back, so he's not gonna be able to do much here. He had his fun, but now it's over. Boom, Gaviel, bam. We got tanks, we got healers. Bring in Vigna there for some damage. We're gonna drop Orchid to see what she can do. Not the best of placements there, so we're gonna have to take her out. If we had put the Gaviel a little bit behind, then we would have had the spot for Orchid. But 2 healers and a tank, that is more than enough. We're just gonna bring in SilverAsh here as soon as we can. Or rather, we're gonna bring in Texas first, and we do have both Susuro and Gaviel, so there shouldn't be any survivability issues here. We're gonna pop a stun. We have SilverAsh, boom, and it's done. So a challenge clear for the final stage. This one is pretty annoying with the red boomers. This is more of a low to mid rarity. I guess you could call it even mid-rarity if you count the E2 Texas, but that is what I had to work with. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one and take care.